Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back. Dimitri here. So today we're going to talk about the amazing combination of oud, rose, and vanilla in perfumery. Now, according to my personal taste, this has to be one of the best accords ever made. And if I'm not mistaken, the first time that it was prominently used and featured was in the form of Noir de Noir by Tom Ford. This came out in 2007 and it was created by Harry Frémont and Jacques Cavalier, two of the greatest noses around, and it made a sensation right off the bat. I think it's one of the best sellers from the Tom Ford private blend, and there's a reason why. Ladies, I'm looking at you when I spray this. This smells like heaven. It is divine, it is rich and dense. It almost feels as if it has a shape. Now, the opening is not the smoothest around, but give it 5 minutes and you will feel the chocolatey rose surrounding you. It's basically an amazing chocolate truffle that is very, very well paired with a soft oud, a rose, and some vanilla. Guys, girls, this is a beast, it is a monster, and many other perfumes came after this one and were clearly inspired by it. Clearly. And I'm gonna name a few. I have a list of 6 or 7 fragrances that I'm gonna suggest to you. All of them are great. Some of them might be a bit derivative. They are similar to this one. And there's a few that are really unique. But let us go in chronological order. So 2007, Noir de Noir. Give this one a try. It is a gourmand lover's dream come true. Typically, I'm not a gourmand lover, but I adore this one and I really like what it's trying to do. So after this, in 2010, Rose d'Arabie by the house of Armani came out. I got another decant here. This one is amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, this would be a perfect scent for a man that wants to feel special. It features a more prominent note of rose when compared to Noir de Noir. Smooth, a hint of patchouli, so that gives it a bit more of masculinity, but a woman could rock this easily. The vanilla is soft, so this is more of a patchouli, slight vanillic, a bit of oud, just a whisper of oud and rose perfume. Hence the name Rose d'Arabie. And this is probably the best out of the Armani private blend. I'm not sure if it's discontinued. For sure, you're gonna find good deals on internet. I don't suggest you pay full retail price for this one or all the other ones that I'm gonna talk about. You can find amazing deals. You just have to look around. The world is full of good deals. Take this into account when you're about to pay full retail price for a product. So yeah, prominent rose. The performance is not as good as it used to be. I read a lot of comments that the older formulation were beast. This is not a beast. This is a slightly delicate rose perfume with a pinch of oud, some vanilla, and a good amount of patchouli. Really smooth, gorgeous, an amazing, amazing perfume. Probably inspired by Noir de Noir, even though it is not the most similar to it. Next up, in 2012, there's 2 perfumes that I don't even have a sample of that I want to talk about. Number 1 is Velvet Rose and Oud by Malone. Number 2 is Oud Bouquet. They both come from the same nose, Fabrice Pellegrin, and they clearly are extremely similar from one another, and they are very similar to Noir de Noir, with an added note of praline. So you can pick either one of those. Both have a good price versus the amount of juice that you get. And honestly, they are very gourmand driven, fantastic perfumes, just not personally my favorite. Now, next up, in 2012, another perfume was created. This one is called More Than Words by the house of Xerjoff. And this one also is clearly inspired by the whole lot. It's a bit more medicinal than the previous ones. The oud is featured in a more prominent way. The opening is fruity, so there's like a fruit compote, some sort of a fruit salad that is very quickly followed by a lovely floral note, some medicinal oud. Performance with this one is incredible, and it's not my favorite. Again, Xerjoff managed to put out a few quality scents. This is one of them, probably one of the best out of the blue bottles line. But yeah, this one, it's just kind of derivative. I mean, it has zero originality, the quality is there, but again, something that could have been avoided. But it is what it is now. Nowadays, every single brand tries to put out a rose and oud combination, a vanillic perfume, a fresh perfume. That's how it is, guys. It's when a perfumer has to pick different materials, they almost always go to the same big brands, Firmenich, Givaudan, IFF, and they obviously would have to work with the same materials. So the palette, even though they are huge, most of the times, you know, they end up using the same materials. Now I'm going to talk about a beautiful and probably the smoothest one out of the whole bunch. This is Ardente by the house of Boadicea the Victorious. Now this one, I love it. The opening is insane. The only problem I have with it is that this formulation particularly does not perform that well. So, oh man, that opening. This is the best opening out of every single perfume that I'm going to talk about today. Keep that in mind. It is one of those openings that will want you basically to replay the whole thing every 5 minutes. Man, a smooth, vanillic, slightly woody rose perfume, but it's like cutting through some vanilla chocolate. That doesn't even exist. You either have vanilla or chocolate, but this is like a dream come true. This is like heaven would smell. I only wish it would last longer. This will project fairly well for an hour. Then it's a skin scent, and after that it disappears, maybe after 4 hours, 5 hours tops. So I suggest you apply this one on tissue. But that opening, guys, this is a dream. This is a dreamy perfume. Give it a try. It might work better on your skin. So the price is quite decent. You get 100 ml for 200 euros, and the quality of the materials is undeniable. Now this one, second to last, this is Oud Satin Mood. This one came out in 2015. It needs no introduction. Everybody knows Oud Satin Mood. It made a sensation when it came out. It is probably the best seller from the house of Maison Kurkdjian. Kurkdjian, one of the best perfumers around. And honestly, I understand why. I simply do not enjoy it as much as other people do, simply because it has a very prominent, at least to my nose, note of violet, which kind of ruins the whole thing. The opening is quite harsh, it is medicinal, but if you let it smoothen out, you only need one spray with this one. You let it smooth out for 5 minutes, and then you're going to be showered by compliments. This is a compliment monster. Everybody will adore it. It is the most unique one out of the whole bunch. As I said, it's a bit medicinal. You get a very prominent oud from Laos. 2 types of rose, if I'm not mistaken. Kurkdjian usually works with Bulgarian rose and Damascus rose, the best ones around, and honestly, it shows. Now the vanilla is going to start emerging after 10 minutes, and guys, this one will last a very long time. It's quite sharp, that violet note. I can't stand violet, guys. I don't know why. I haven't found a perfume that features violet that I enjoy, and this is no exception. To me, it's right there up in the front, but I must admit it's a good fragrance. I enjoy Silk Mood more than this one. Satin Mood is great, but probably more on a woman than on a man. Lovely stuff, very unique. And last, this is the one that I am actually thinking about buying. It costs a fortune, but you can find good deals on internet, as with everything. This is called Mirach by the house of Tiziana Terenzi. Now, Mirach is the name of a star. Mirach is also an Arab word. Actually, it's a word that derives from an Arab word, al-Murak, which means the back. And guys, the opening of this is quite sharp. It's a bit medicinal, weird, kind of oily, chemical. It's like a chemical fest, but not in a bad way. I mean, the quality of the materials are great. He uses 2 grades of wood. He uses white oud and normal agar wood. For those of you who don't know what white oud is, it simply is oud that was taken, the oud oil that was taken from an oud tree that is young. So white oud, young tree. Agar wood, older tree. Now, this is some potent stuff. It is very unique, just like Oud Satin Mood. It features a prominent note of benzoin, so the vanilla is not as forward as in the other ones. It's more of a resinous vanilla with some nutmeg. It's something that honestly an Arab rich and famous actor would wear. It is so special. This one it'll turn heads. You don't need much. It'll last a long time. I think you can find a 75 ml or 90 ml bottle for around 150 to 200 euros on internet. Typically, it retails for twice as much. I would never pay that much for this perfume, but if I find a good deal, hell, I'm buying it. It is beautiful. It will get you compliments, it will turn heads, it will just make you stand apart from all the rest of the bunch. Mirach. Beautiful stuff. Lovely, lovely stuff. So yeah, I went through the whole lot. Let me know what your favorite perfumes that feature this accord are. These were the ones from everything that I've tried so far that I enjoy the most. Mirach, I would buy it. Ardente, if it lasted longer, I would already have it in my collection, but honestly, I might actually also buy it if I find a good deal. That's just how it is. It is that good. That opening is insane, ladies and gentlemen, insane. I'll talk to you in the next one, guys. I hope you have a great day, and I salute you. Take it easy, everybody. Ciao.